What's up, guys? Greater Marlon here, and today I'm going to want to talk to you guys about something I've been thinking about lately. So, when I went to go see The Last Jedi, which still, I think it's a really good movie, not a lot of people are happy with it, but honestly, I'm happy with it. I thought it was even though besides the deaths and everything that happened, yeah, I thought it was a good movie. Yeah, there's parts where it kind of just left the plot slowed down from all the good stuff that was happening and all that, but you can go watch my review to talk about it. But I remember walking in to see the movie with my friends, and I was super excited. And I turn, and I see a poster. It looked like a Star Wars poster, and I read Solo, the Star Wars movie, or a Star Wars anthology. And I was freaking out. I'm like, I really hope our theater is right over there, because I really want to know when this comes out. And we have a release date, May 25th. I'm pretty sure that's what I remember, is May 25th, 2018. So, I'm talking about this really, really early, even before the trailer is out. And I don't even know when they're going to release a teaser. So, the Han Solo film it's been a rough ride. That's what I've heard. The directors were first. I think the directors were. They made the Lego Movie, which I'm honestly waiting for the sequel. I think 21 Jump Street too. But yeah, they were cut. They were fired. Cause if they did it, I'm pretty sure they would take this movie in a more comedic way than a more serious way, I guess. I don't know. But then I think it got another director, and then that director left. I forget. Or they're still with that director. But everything I think is fine now, and I think maybe, I don't know if they're still filming, or maybe they're still filming, or I don't even know if they started. I have no idea. But one thing I'm thinking about is, will this movie be good? I did make a video about if the Justice League would be good, and I give it a 50-50. Like I said, Justice League felt like two directors made this. It was weird, it felt different, and the Superman mustache, the S stands for stash. Yeah, that CGI, it felt rushed, and honestly, it was iffy, but it was definitely not. If it could go for a second attempt, I would hope the sequel to it would be a lot better. But, so, since Harrison Ford is not wanting to play Han Solo anymore, he's not really loved Han Solo as a character. Like he said to George Lucas, after A New Hope, when they were starting to make Empire Strikes Back, he really wanted George Lucas to kill off Han Solo, and George Lucas was like, no, just no. But in The Force Awakens 2 years ago, back in 2015, I saw it coming. Harrison Ford was returning. I'm like, okay, Harrison Ford really does not like to play Han Solo. He's gonna die in this. I can feel it. I really feel it. And what? Boom. Dies. And I was like, I saw it coming from a mile away. And was it sad? Yeah, I felt sad to see one of people's favorite Star Wars characters die off in a pretty dramatic way, but it was an if. I was like, oh well. Harrison Ford does not have to deal with the suffering of playing Han Solo anymore. So, this movie, we're going with a younger Han Solo, and Chewbacca, of course, is going to be in it. Thank God. Chewbacca is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. I love him so much. So, honestly, I really hope he gets some more screen time. He didn't really get that much screen time, I think, in The Last Jedi, which was sad to me. But, yeah. So, we really don't even know what the plot is for the movie either yet, so I don't know really what to say, but I just really hope it's gonna be good. I want it to be really good. And Rogue One, I don't know if you would count the prequels as an anthology. Maybe you could count them as an anthology, because it's telling the story of Anakin and how he became Darth Vader, but just in a really bad way. But the Clone Wars series definitely made the prequels a lot better. But I don't know. Would you consider the prequels an anthology? I guess you would. Yeah, I guess it is an anthology. I don't know. Rogue One was an anthology movie about how the rebels got the Death Star plans and basically explaining that. Did I like the movie? I thought it was decent. I thought it was okay. It wasn't like my favorite Star Wars movie, but I definitely was sitting there like, oh, this is really good. I thought K2SO was probably my favorite character in that movie. And it felt like you were actually watching a soldier-based... felt like you're watching a actual war movie, but soldiers, no Jedi, except Darth Vader. Darth Vader was there, but there were no lightsaber fights, which I was kind of fine with. I wasn't really hoping for any lightsaber fights to go like, hey, look, there's lightsabers in this movie, too. But it felt more of like a war movie. Like you were actually watching a war movie with just no lightsabers except Darth Vader, which he had the coolest scene at the end. But it felt like you were watching a war movie. Just actual soldiers at war. I kind of liked that. And to see all of them die was really surprising to me. I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't think they were all going to die. I thought... Well, I did think a few of them were gonna die, but I didn't think all of them were gonna die. But that was really surprising to me. So, what would I hope for a Han Solo movie? Of course. I would definitely like to see some comedy. Han Solo, he's not a guy that's like, you can't take him that, well, I guess you could take him seriously, but... Of course, this takes place before he meets Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan, and before he joins the rebellion. So, of course, he doesn't believe much in the Force. It's just what's he say? I forget. I need to remember that, whatever he said, to Luke or whatever, but... He doesn't believe much in the Force, and not a lot of people, I guess, do. Well, yeah, but whatever. So I would definitely kind of like to see some comedy, because he is a smuggler, and, of course, he's gonna do some smuggling, and whatever the plot will be. So I'm guessing, hopefully there's comedy. Just, like, enough comedy that feels like you're actually with Han Solo. I would definitely like to see some pretty good action-packed scenes. Would I like to see a lightsaber, duels, Darth Vader? I don't care. You don't really have to have a Jedi or a Sith lightsaber-wielding person to make a Star Wars movie. You could make a Star Wars movie based off a soldier, and it could possibly be really good. Like, with Rogue One, they had to put Darth Vader in there. You cannot leave Darth Vader out of that. Like, really, you can't leave Darth Vader out of that. But this, maybe you could leave Darth Vader out of it. I don't know. You could probably mention Darth Vader, but really not every Star Wars film has to be about the Skywalker family. And I feel like that's where the new trilogy with, like, The Last Jedi, I feel like that's where it's taking it. Like, saying, spoilers, have not seen Last Jedi, skip a few seconds now. But, saying, like, Luke's parents, Rey's parents are nobodies. They're not really giving us who they actually are. And hopefully they aren't Skywalkers, because it just feels like everybody's a Skywalker. And... that's fine with me if they are not Skywalkers. But, so, I don't really care if any, like, Darth Vader appeared. Like, cool. I hope he has some pretty cool action scenes like he did in the last movie, in Rogue One. Would I care? I would definitely like to see Chewbacca kick some butt. Chewbacca is awesome. I have a deep love for Chewbacca. Like, one of my favorite parts about him is, like, in the Lego games where you got to jump on stormtroopers and then tear their arms off. That was one of my favorite parts about Chewbacca in, like, the Lego games. That I loved him. And he actually, in a deleted scene of The Force Awakens, he actually had a part where he tore off the guy that gave out rations or whatever it was called to, like, the scavengers on Jakku. You remember? He's a big guy or whatever. He tore his arm or arms off. It just reminded me of the Lego games. So I definitely like to see Chewbacca get some action and probably have some references to, like, The Force Awakens on how powerful the bowcaster is. Like, just send people flying like it did in Last Jedi. Not Last Jedi, Force Awakens. Really, what else could you put? Maybe the rebels will appear in this, maybe? I don't know. We really don't know much information about this movie. We don't know the plot. I really don't know anything. Maybe their plot has been revealed, or I don't even know. Like, there's no trailer, there's really nothing for me to go off of. This is just what I've thought about, and thinking, will this movie be good or not? What do you guys think? Do you think Solo, a Star Wars anthology movie, will be good? And what do you hope to see in this Han Solo movie? Tell me in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what we do, or play next time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.